Hello, this is Titus from T-Zone, and today we are doing a Back It or Not on Kingdoms Forlorn, Dragons, Devils, and Kings. And this is a new project when there are some games that I would really want to get it, and I try to convince myself not to get it, or I try to convince myself get it. Anyway, when it comes to Back It or Not, it's always a struggling time. We have been through many times in our life, so let's get into this. So, Kingdoms Forlorn, this is a very great game. It looks very great, it looks very big, it looks massive, and the miniatures looks gorgeous. And this is a solo cooperative game, and this game is going to be played out in two phases. First is Delve phase, and the second is Clash phase. Let's get into this and see the pledge levels, and then we're talking about. But 5 points doesn't include price point, because this is definitely going to be a very great, very big game. So I believe this will worth it. So we're talking about others rather than the price. So now every pledge will contain this guy for free. And then we have a core game, 2 kingdoms, 5 knights, 5 saints, 34 mobs, and blah something more, and a big dragon and 4 princesses, and then cardboard cards and books. And the second and the expansion, we have more miniatures, more cards, more tokens, and the third third expansion, 1 kingdom and tons of contents, and the last kingdom, and it's still tons of contents. And now we have a gameplay all in, which is here we have all the 6 kingdoms and 3 additional by knights. Let's have an overview on this game. As I just said, this game will be played out in 2 phases. First is Delve phase. In Delve phase, you will explore, you will try to figure out what's going on in the kingdom and find the mobs or boss, and then get into Clash phase and then fight them. And in Delve phase, this will be like a roguelike experience. The kingdom is going to change every time you delve into it. This is kind of different from other dungeon crawlers. I call it a dungeon delver. And then you get in Clash phase, and in Clash phase you will roll your dice and try to beat him. You will be stronger when you get damaged, and the boss will be stronger when it takes damage as well. So this is basically how this game works, and it sounds very great, very fantastic. And let's get into 5 points about this game when I am considering backing this or not. So point 1, you already have too many campaign games now or in the future. So let's get into point 1. As you can see, we have Gloomhaven here, Jaws of the Lion, and we have Chronicles of Drunagor here. I still haven't tried this out because I backed the expansion and I'm waiting for it. And I also backed ISS Vanguard, and this is still on my way. So wow, that's tons of content, right? That will take my time. So if you have some games that you have to try out, you just don't have time for it, and you just haven't tried Chronicle of Drunagor, you just haven't tried Tainted Grail, you just haven't tried Gloomhaven, then you will have your IS Vanguard incoming. So this will be very limited for your time. We all only have 24/7. It's not going to be like 48/7 or something. We are limited. We don't have that much time. So if you still have this kind of games to play, then you should consider about backing this, because this game will take tons of time, maybe more than this one or this one. In the introduction, they said this game, only core game, will take you more than 150 hours. So when it comes to all in, then this game will take you maybe like 300 hours or more. And that's too much. I just don't have time. I still have my job. I still have my other work. I still have to make videos for you guys. And for myself, of course. So this is a big point. And if you are already having this kind of games, then think about it again. So, and point two, I actually titled this as language in my Chinese video and my Japanese video, but I don't think this point will bother you, so I'm going to change this into reading. You hate reading the scenario, reading your own notebook and making your own choice and something. That's tons of words in those books. So if you hate it, then yeah, you know, this is a campaign game, and especially this is a solo operative game. So if you are playing this, you will have to read your own book, your own scenario book, and there are tons of words waiting for you. As I just said, I take this point 2 as language in my Chinese video and Japanese video. So if you're not an English native speaker, then you should think about it again. Okay, so now point 3. Point 3 is dice rolling. We have two things to discuss in this section. First, if you hate Mansion of Madness, if you hate Cthulhu Death May Die, if you hate Chronicles of Junagor or any games that use the die, then this is definitely not your game. In DOVA, we will use the dice a lot when we are making skill check, when you are making decisions. That will happen multiple times. And additionally, in Clash phase, we will roll our dice like 3 or 4 times just in one turn. So this is tons of dice rolling. If you hate games that are relying your luck, then And additionally, as I just said, in your one turn, you will roll the dice like 3 or 4 times. So this is kind of fiddly. I hope they'll fix it. I hope this issue is just in the prototype, and I hope this issue is fixed when this game comes to your hand. But this is pretty hard because this is the main mechanism of this game. I don't know how they can fix this or make this better. So if you hate a game that is kind of fiddly, just think about it again. Point 4. And before this, I ask you to close your eyes for me and then imagine that in Kingdoms Forlorn, we don't have those minis. We just have some tokens for the characters or some standees or something. No minis. Oh my gosh. And I know what will happen, that we don't have this awesome minis. We don't have this knight. We don't have a mushroom dragon. We don't have this cool devil. We don't have those princesses. We don't have this guy. We don't have that guy. And we don't have this cool mob. Oh, even mob is cool, right? So this is seriously big for me because I want to back this kinda because of minis. I mean, I love minis. I backed Chronicles of Junagor, the expansion, and the mini expansion. Those 4 horsemen, wow, they are so cool. So this is a hard one for me. I just imagine that this game don't have mini, and my family won't play it. And the English rulebook, the English scenario, they won't accept it. And then the answer for me becomes obvious. And now we are going to point 5. This one is, you may feel like you just like half of this game. So as we just said, this game can be separated into 2 games, 2 phases. And one is Delve phase. We will do some exploring or some searching in the Delve phase, and then we will have our Clash phase, which is a boss fighting or mobs fighting. And if you feel like you will just like a boss fighting, we will just skip the Delve phase and just play the boss fighting. So if you only want to play Clash phase rather than Delve phase, I will feel a little bit shame for this game because the Delve phase, which is the main mechanic of this game, it's like you're paying full money for a set meal and then you just have the main dish and others are like this is not healthy. So I recommend you, if you are buying this game just for the Clash phase, then you should think about this again. So this is my 5 points on Kingdoms Forlorn backyard nut. If you enjoyed this video, if you feel like this video helped you out on backing this or not, leave a comment below or something. I will see you in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Bye!